when you step into the ring on the 25th, tell me how important will the first round be?
The first round of any fight is always very important, but you've got to be careful. You try and set the pace or establish your jab, or get something going that's in your favour and show your opponent you're in there to mean business. Maybe take the centre of the ring, but it depends what your opponent's doing. So it's important to try and win the round without getting caught with anything silly. But obviously...
But how will you do that? I just mean, wouldn't it always be a little bit like...
It's a bit of a standoff.
Yeah.
You have a look,
Yeah.
it's like standing off, having a look, throwing an odd cagey jab and a little bit sort of apprehensive, a little bit tense. So it's important to start strong. And I've learned to start stronger. You see that against Luton Butte. Come out firing all cylinders, and it's just about focusing and switching on in the changing rooms. So mentally I'm ready to, as soon as the first bell goes, I'm ready to start letting the shots go. That's basically what we have to do.
Mikkel told me when he went up in the ring against Alan Green, he wasn't warm in his face.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Warm in the face? Is that if you didn't get enough punches?
I'm not so sure about that, to be honest, because you don't take punches when you're warming up. It wasn't warm in the face. Maybe he meant his head. Maybe his head wasn't warmed up, but you don't really bang yourself in the head before you go in the ring. I mean, sometimes you give your jaw a little tap and sort of stretch your jaw and your bones here, but no, I think he did get caught cold. I don't know if he's warmed up enough, maybe not enough pads, but he got caught with a shot and he was hurt. He looked quite badly hurt in that fight, actually. Was it round one he went over?
Just a little bit, I think. Yeah. But in your mind, when you step up, what is different from when you stepped up into the ring in Herning 2010? What is different this time?
Well, I think when I boxed him in Denmark last time, I flew in too late because of the volcano. So I was supposed to be there a week before the fight, which is probably what Mikkel Kessel's doing for this one. But I flew in there a day before the weigh-in, and that took my energy away. Because weight-wise, food-wise, preparation-wise, the final preparation was wrong. So in the changing rooms, when I was warming up, I didn't feel sharp, I didn't feel strong, I didn't feel confident because I felt a bit drained. Yeah. What will be different this time is I'll feel how I usually feel when I fight. Electric, full of energy, full of confidence, firing on all cylinders. I'm at home. I'm not in Nottingham, but I'm in England.
Almost at home.
I'm in my home country, so I think that'll be the difference. That'll be the only difference, because you do get nervous, you do get apprehensive, you do think about the fight, and you do run through your mind what's going to happen. But in Denmark, I got Rachel sat at ringside, heavily pregnant. Yeah. I mean, that fight was April, and Rocco was born in June, so she was like 6 or 8 weeks away from giving birth. And I got a lot of respect for Mikkel Kessler. I know he's been involved in big fights, and he's had a great career, and I knew it was going to be a tough, hard fight. So not feeling my best going into the fight was terrible. It was awful.
Actually, your coach told me when I talked to him, he said you should have said no. He asked you to say no to that fight.
He did, yeah, because he knew.
But why didn't you?
Because I'm confident, I'm a fighter, I don't want to put the fight off, I don't want to delay the fight for the fans. People have booked the flights, and they're turning up to watch me fight and watch me do a business. American television companies are on board. My promoter was telling me, look, this fight needs to happen. So I jumped on the plane and we flew out there. And that was a mistake. That was a mistake that I dearly paid for. I lost my title because of it, but it's not happening this time.
Your coach also said that you have known each other for 12 years, and it has grown from being just you as a boxer, him as a coach, to you guys being friends, coming over to your house. How much does he mean to you?
Yeah, Robert is the most important thing in my boxing career. I mean, I haven't got a big entourage. I've got a lot of people here at the IS that help me out, physically. I've got a strength and conditioner, diet and nutritionist that tells me what to eat and what not to eat, but I'm pretty good on that anyway. But Rob McCracken's been there since my first professional fight, right through to winning 3 world titles and now challenging Mikkel Kessler in a match for my 4th title. So, and we're friends, but we're not like my friends where I can have a bit of a joke and a laugh with, wind him up, or have a bit of a, really take the mickey out of him. He's more like my boss. So although we're mates, and he'd come round my house and have a cup of tea and a piece of cake, which he eats too much of. He likes a bit of cake, like I do. We don't socialise. We don't go out in the evenings together. He lives in London, I live in Nottingham. So when I come to work, when I come to train, and I see Robert McCracken, for me, just seeing Robert McCracken, I know it's serious time. I know it's fight time.
What do you need when you go into the ring? He is your coach. He's in the corner. What do you need from him during a fight?
Well, he tells me what to do and what not to do tactically. He can read the fight from the outside. Initially, it's just keeping me calm, keeping me focused, making sure that my mind's not drawn to somebody outside the ring shouting my name or getting distracted, just tunnel vision. And then when I'm in the fight, during the fight, he's looking at what's happening. He's looking if my jab's working. He's looking if I'm going backwards or if I'm going forwards or if I'm going off to the side. He's looking if my arms are dropping too low. So we'll say, right, pick your arms up. He'll say, use your right hand. Take him on his back foot. Tactics after every round. You're doing this wrong, you're doing that wrong. There's so much a trainer gives you, a good trainer, that I need to feed off. So.
Mikkel has already talked about the pressure is on now. There's 2 weeks until the fight. And it is sold out. It is a huge fight in Denmark. It is a huge fight over here. How do you feel that pressure, or don't you even care?
You know what, there is a lot of pressure, but I do care, but I don't care to the sense where I'm worried about it, because on the flip side of it, you're fighting in a 2,000-seat arena, which only sells 500 or 1,000, and nobody comes to watch you fight. That's the other way to look at it. If I was fighting in a small hall and nobody wanted to come watch me fight, that would mean that I'm not a big deal. Nobody's really bothered about me fighting. The very fact that we've sold 18 or 19,000 seats in 3 hours, and it's on Sky box office, and it's on Danish TV, and all the Danes are excited about it, and everyone wants to watch it. And what a wonderful race the Danish are. When I was out there the first time, they was coming over for my autograph pictures. They was very, very respectful. They got behind their man, but I got a lot of respect from the Danish people, which I think is fantastic, because it's a sport at the end of the day, and both of us lay our lives on the line, training for 3 months. So I think I look at it 2 ways. Yeah, there's a lot of pressure. Yeah, there's a lot of expectations. I need to win this fight. I desperately need to win this fight. I mean, making the hairs on the back of my neck stand up because I want to win it so bad. But it's just amazing that everybody's behind it and wants to watch it and wants to come along and get involved and take part in it and be because we're going to make history.
So no excuses this time?
There's no excuses. There should never be excuses, but there's always reasons. There's a difference between an excuse and a reason. I think the reason I lost to Mikkel Kessler is because of the late preparation. But I gave it my best in the ring, and I gave everybody a fantastic fight. And Mikkel Kessler was wonderful on the night. He boxed brilliantly, very tough and strong. He's a warrior. He was throwing punches at the end. He had a big gash above his eye, opened up. He was hurt. His head was swelled up. My nose was broke. I was cut. We still stood and both tried to win right until the final bell. So how can you not respect or like somebody like that? We've got so much respect for each other. There's no excuses. I think the reason somebody loses, there's always people want to know why, what went wrong. Yeah. So they'll talk about it. But at the end of the day, I lost to Mikkel Kessler because Mikkel Kessler's a great fighter. It's my turn to win. It's my turn to win this fight. I'm here to win.
Thank you so much, Carl.
Pleasure.
See you in London. Thanks so much for taking your time.
Always a pleasure.